Hello there, and welcome to math class. In this video, we're going to learn how to multiply mixed numbers. And to do this, I'm going to show you the series of steps using a memory piece. This is item number 18. And when you go to get item number 18, you will see that it has 6 parts. And pictures of those are shown here. They are not to scale, meaning that my pieces are smaller than they should be because I'm using a computer and I can enlarge them as I need to. But when you cut yours out, they'll all be the same size. And there is an assembly video for this lesson so you can see how to put these pieces together. But to do this lesson with me, you need to have cut out these 6 parts, and they need to be separate from each other so you can move each piece as needed. And I made them in color so that it would be a little less confusing. I want you to first find the blue one. Okay, now I don't want you to stick this down. I just want you to lay it down here where you can see what we're looking at. And this is called multiply mixed numbers. So you have a problem here, a very long problem that we're going to do. And I want to show you this long problem. We're going to do some basic examples, but I want to walk you through one that is a pretty long problem for your memory piece. So just put your blue piece there where you can see it. We're not going to write on it at all. It's just there to show us the skill and an example problem. So we are multiplying 1 1/2 times 3 3/4 times 2 1/3 times 4. That's the problem that you and I need to solve. Now you could put that in your calculator if you have one, and you don't have to worry about this. But I want to teach you how to do it without the calculator. So the next piece I want to pull out is the yellow piece. So let's bring that one over. Again, don't stick it down. It's just a loose piece right now. And I'm going to put that one right under there. I am going to try to resize mine as I go. So on this one, you notice that I've told you to fold on this line. So if you haven't done that already, go ahead and make a fold on that line right there. And then you need to write your work below that fold. So here we go. The first thing I am supposed to do, the first step, is to make all the mixed numbers mad. So I have a 1 1/2, I have a 3 3/4, I have a 2 1/3, and those are the mixed numbers. So let's make them mad. We need to take all mixed numbers and make them mad. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. That one is 3/2. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15, and that is 15/4. And then 2 1/3 becomes 3 times 2, plus 1 is 7/3. So those mixed numbers are now improper fractions. And we're ready for the next step, which is the pink box. So here comes step 3. This is a very lengthy process, and that's why I put it in steps for you, so you could review this as many times as you want to. Again, you want to fold. This is going to be important later. Fold on that line right there. And then we're going to do our work below that line. Now I've already made the mixed numbers mad. So we've got 3/2 times 15/4 times 7/3. And then in this step, we're going to put a 1 under our whole number, which is a 4. So this becomes a problem that I can actually solve now. So let me just review what I've done. I'm going to move that over just a hair. Well, I guess I won't. We have made the mixed numbers mad and brought them down, and then we put a 1 under the whole number 4. I know what I did wrong. I didn't read. Okay, so we're getting there. The next step, which may not fit under there, so let me do this. The next step is the orange piece. Nope, sorry, the green piece. And I'm going to put it right here for just a minute, and then I'll resize it on the next page because I know it's not going to fit down in there. Your pieces are already cut to size, so that's good. I want to copy my, actually let me just go ahead and go to the next page. Sorry guys, this one's a little bit of a challenge for me to work with because I can't actually hold the pieces in my hands. Okay, so the green one's up there. You want to fold on that line. And then I'm bringing my problem on down. Remember, we have 3 halves. We have 15/4. We have 7/3. And then 4/1. And we are going to cancel if we can. And I see 2 very, very nice cancels here. I'm going to cancel this 3 and then the one diagonal to it. So the 3's I'm going to cancel, and those divide into each other and leave me a 1 in each of those seats. So cancel those 3's to get a 1, and then I'm going to do that with the 4 and the one diagonal to it. So we cancel our 4's, leave those as 1's, and then that's all the canceling I can do. I cannot cancel a 2 and a 15 or a 2 and a 7, so that's all the canceling we can do. Okay, the next piece is the orange piece. So now sorry about that message that popped up. I'll deal with that later. Now we want to fold on this piece. And here's our problem. We're just going to bring it down. I have a 1/2. Remember, we canceled. Times 15/1 times 7/1 times 1/1. And we multiply the top. 1 times 15 times 7 times 1. So I'm going to come over here to the side and do that. 15 times 7 is going to be 35, carry 3, and that gives me a 105 on the top. Then 2 times 1 times 1 times 1 is just a 2 on the bottom. So we multiply across the top to get 105, and then we multiply across the bottom to get 2. And the last piece is the gray piece, and this is the simplifying piece. And wouldn't you know, I ran out of paper right there. There's a piece. Let me just bring over here for me to use. And I'll show you how to simplify this one. So my answer to be simplified is 105 over 2. And that is definitely top heavy. So we need to QRD. We need to say 105 divided by 2. 2 into 10 is 5 with none left over, but we bring down this 5. 2 into 5 is 2 times with 1 left over. So when you draw your QRD box, you will have a very big quotient this time, 52, with 1 left over and a 2 as the divisor. So the answer to this problem is 52 1/2. So these colored pieces are the different steps of this problem. Now we need to assemble the pieces. We need to connect them together. And again, there's a video about how to do this, but I'll walk you through it here too. First thing you want to do is take the gray piece and find the place in your notebook where you want to put this. Glue this piece down to your notebook. This piece should not move at all. It should be flat on your notebook. Okay, the piece above that will be the orange piece. So now get your orange piece, and I'm going to hope that it will allow me to do this. Oh boy, it's not going to. Now that we have our memory piece constructed and put together, it should look something like this. Let's go ahead and give this page a title, and we're going to call it Multiply Mixed Numbers. And the example I showed you is a very long example. It's a very tough problem. We're going to do some examples that are not quite as long, but I wanted to give you the hardest problem in the memory piece so that you can go back and review that as you need to. So underneath that pasted memory piece, let's do another example. And you can flip through those steps as you need to, or I made this piece so that you don't have to even touch it to see the steps. The steps are there for you if you don't even raise up the pages. You just read down through there and it will help you get the problem solved. So 6 1/2 is my first fraction or mixed number times 8. So according to this memory piece, the first thing I need to do is make any mixed numbers mad. So I'm going to say 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. The second step is to put a 1 under any whole numbers. The third step is to cancel if you can, and I can. I can say this 2 and this 8 can both divide by the 2. So 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 8 is 4. And then multiply top times top. So 13 times 4 is 52. And bottom times bottom is 1 times 1. So my answer here is 52. You don't even have to QRD. You can let that ghost one, or you let that one be a ghost and let it just float away. So 52 is the answer when you simplify. Okay, here is another example. Okay, let me turn my page so I can. How about 1 5/7? times 2 and 1/24. Now this looks like a nightmare, but it's going to turn out to not be. Bear with me here. So let's make our mixed numbers mad. There are two of them. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 5 is 12 over 7. 24 times 2, you may have to come over to the side and do that one. That's 48 plus 1 is 49 over 24. So make the mixed numbers mad. The next step is to put a 1 under whole numbers. I don't have any whole numbers, so I'll move on to the third step, and that is to cancel if I can. The 7 and the 49 will cancel. 7 into 7 is 1. 7 into 49 is 7. The 12 and the 24 will cancel. 12 into 12 is 1. 12 into 24 is 2. Then multiply top times top and bottom times bottom. And I do need to QRD on this one. It's improper. 2 into 7 is 3 times with 1 left over. Quotient, remainder, divisor. So my answer here is 3 1/2. Aren't you glad we can cancel? Otherwise, if we did 12 times 49, I'm going to do that on my calculator, that's 588 over 168 if we didn't cancel. So canceling makes this reducing, this simplifying so much easier. And of course, if you have a calculator, just type it in the calculator. All right, one more example, and we'll do a calculator example with this one. Let me see what the problem is that I want to work. It is 6 3/5 times 2 3/11. Again, that looks like a nightmare. Let's make the mixed numbers mad. 6 5s are 30, plus 3 is 33. Keep the same denominator. 2 11s are 22, plus 3 is 25, and keep the same denominator. We don't have any whole numbers, so we move on down to the canceling step. Thank goodness it will cancel. 5 into itself is 1, and 5 into 25 is 5. Then cancel your 11 and your 33. 11 into 11 is 1. 11 into 33 is 3. And then multiply top times top and bottom times bottom. So 15 over 1. You can QRD if you want to, but that is just going to be 15. So using that canceling shortcut, this one is a much easier problem to do. But let's put this one in the calculator. Give me just a second to draw some boxes because I'm going to need a lot of them. So let me just copy and paste some, and then I'll get a string of them. Whoa, that's not what I want to paste. My iPad is not acting exactly right today. I'm hoping that there's not about to be a problem. I may have to ask for one for Christmas from Santa Claus if this one is failing. I don't know that Santa Claus will go for that though. They're pretty expensive. Okay, let me put in one more set, and then I'm not sure exactly how many we need, but this is for the Casio. So we want to always start with all clear, and then 6 ABC, 3 ABC, 5. We are multiplying. 2 ABC, 3 ABC, 11. And I went way overboard with the buttons, so put your equals in there, and then let me erase out what we don't need. And I want to type this into my calculator exactly the way I've shown you. So all clear, 6 fraction 3 fraction 5 times 2 fraction 3 fraction 11 equals, and it is 15. Between you and me, I would rather just work the problem than have to type all that in. But if you have the calculator, you can absolutely use it. All right, there is a workbook page or workbook lesson for this one. It is practice 15. So if you want to try those problems and then watch the video, or you can just watch the video and work the problems with me, however you prefer to do it. But that is the next video. I'll see you for that one very soon. And I hope you have a really good day. Bye-bye.